everybody. We're gonna go ahead and sublimate these glass bottles. I carry these as a distributor with Wave of Design. That's my company. So we carry these. These are 17-ounce glass bottles that are coated for sublimation, and we're gonna go ahead and put an image on it. So most important for any blank, you wanna go ahead and measure your blank. You're gonna measure the top circumference, the bottom circumference, and then the measurement from the top seam to the bottom seam. This will give you the diameter and the area that you want to have measured for your picture. I always stop right before the curve, so that way I'm not getting any ghosting or anything like that on the top. So we're gonna first take off the cap, and these twist off. They come with these cute little handles, and there's silicone handles. These also come packaged in these brown boxes and bubble wrap. Now you want to inspect the blank, make sure there's no residue or any lint. If you feel it and it feels dusty or anything like that, if it's been sitting on your shelf for a little bit, you can go ahead and spray it down with some rubbing alcohol. And then, so I make sure that there's no residue, paper residue or lint. I cut up these coffee filters, and that's what I use to wipe down things for sublimation, because it doesn't leave any residue. For the image area, so for these, I like to see the liquid inside of it, so I don't like to do a full wrap on these. The image that I did is this cute little image for monitoring your water intake, and the design that I did was 8 1/4 by 6 high. So this was 6 and this was 8. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna line this up, make sure it's straight. My printer printed this kind of crooked, so I'm gonna make sure it's straight. And then you're gonna take some heat tape and you're gonna tape down your design. And then I just like to double check. Looks straight to me. All right. And then next thing that you're gonna want to get for the glass bottles is this white tissue paper. And I just cut it small. It's a huge piece. So get some scissors. I just cut it in half. And then I just wrap. Take a small piece of heat tape, just tape it down. And then I just tuck the extra on the top inside the hole, just like that. And then the bottom, I just kind of twist and then tape. some heat tape, tape it down. And then you're gonna take some shrink wrap. This piece is too long for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it down. It's okay that it's too wide because the shrink wrap will shrink down. I'm not worried about that. I just don't want a whole lot of extras on the ends. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the bottle in here. Take my heat gun. And you notice I'm not pointing it directly at the shrink wrap, I'm doing it up and down. So if you noticed, when I first did the shrink wrap, I wasn't going directly this way with such a big wrap. What I advise for big wraps, they all shrink down. That's not gonna be a problem. It's when you directly heat the gun first, straight like this, it's gonna bunch in the middle, and then it's gonna cause you to have a whole bunch of wrinkles around the area that you pointed at. And so my advice is to point the heat gun away or towards the bottom and the tops. And that way it'll start smoothing out this way, and then you won't have so many wrinkles. So we're gonna stick this in the oven. I do it for 8 minutes at 360. Okay, so as I do with all of my tumblers, I laid it down on the racks. This is the oven that I have. This is the one I use. It does burn hotter than what it says that I put it as. So I always put it down about 20 degrees more. So inside the oven, I have a thermometer and it's about 360 and it's at 340 for the dial. So we'll leave it in there and let it cook. So it's been 4 minutes. I went ahead and just turned it halfway so that way it can cook for another 4 minutes. I would like to add here that these glass bottles tend to stay hotter for longer than the metal skinny tumblers. So if you can, just be very careful when taking off any of the wraps and the paper. These 17-ounce glass bottles are available on my website at waveofdesign.com. as is the design that I used and a lot of other sublimation items and designs. Again, I used 360 for 8 minutes with my convection oven, the plastic shrink wrap, and these are super cute and super easy as gifts. Thank you so much for watching my video.